Daroy kung minor or major. Hindi po ba? Opo.
Major, major.
Major, major. Attorney, I just wanted to ask, this is a great perspective coming from the private sector initiating something. And from your own legal perspective, what do you want both our retailers, our sellers of alcohol, and also our sellers to keep in mind legally when it comes to the sale of alcohol here in the Philippines?
That's a very specific question. I would have wanted to share a little story.
Yes, please go ahead and start.
I was on my way to Kathmandu when it was still alive and bustling. And I think we know how steep it is to get to Kathmandu. And there was only one billboard
Opo.
that I saw. And I don't know if I have to mention the brand. Why not? Because I am a director of one of its subsidiaries, of 2 or 3 of its subsidiaries, San Miguel Beer.
Mhm.
All right. So I was on my way up, and there was this one big billboard, the only billboard on the way to Kathmandu, and it was San Miguel Beer. So I guess that's how popular it is.
Mhm.
And Kathmandu, by the way, when I was there, was in total darkness whenever it's night, and it gets very, very cold. So you only see, I only saw anyway from my hotel, spots of fire, and people were cuddling around the fire to keep warm, and they were drinking beer to keep them warm. So it was not to make them feel happy or sad, or they do it when they're sad, because they wanted to keep warm. All right. So we have various reasons for wanting to take alcoholic beverages. I really do not like to classify beer under alcoholic beverages, because distilled beverages are a different matter. So I also have another personal story. It was my father who coined the phrase, "Isa pa nga." I think you know what product.
Opo.
All right? But none of us in the family drinks. We don't drink. Except on birthdays, and it's only red wine, not even white.
Mhm.
So, I don't know, it has something to do with how we are brought up as well. And okay, standards. Perspective from the private sector. I am reminded of our regulation, or ours. We try to seek regulating the use of tobacco. And of course, how can you monitor who buys your tobacco? In the same way, you cannot ask for IDs all the time.
Mhm.
You cannot ask them for medical certificates or to see their medical history.
Mhm.
No, you don't.
Yes.
So what did we do at the end of the day? If you look at your packs of cigarettes, there are different packs are different pictures of what happens, not just the warning, of what happens to the body if you smoke. And you see various stages of decay. And so we took an artist to draw that after consulting with many different medical professionals on what the effect is of tobacco. So I'm just reminded, we could not ban tobacco. Why not? I think we all know who the major tobacco and alcoholic beverage manufacturers, not just the sellers, not just the sari-sari stores, but the manufacturers, including, you've all heard of Basi. Binibenta niyo ba yan sa sari-sari store? Do you have a brand? Yes, okay. Basi is an alcoholic beverage. That's right. So we have fermented drinks from sugarcane and, of course, from what's the other one? And from coconut. These are all indigenous, and some are not sold through our registered retailers. They're sold within the community where they give each other as gifts. If you go to my dining room, I have a shelf there full of alcoholic beverages. Why do they give me all of this wine? Expensive wine. I should have brought them and distributed them now. Because I don't drink.
But it's a cultural thing, what attorney, but we're trying to say sometimes it's the culture that you were raised in and brought up in, which is very important. And the standards should come from really, well, sometimes the self-regulation should come from the producers themselves.
Yes, and the persons.
And the persons.
And the persons. The ultimate consumers. At the end of the day, it's about that.
Got that.
So it's about awareness. And I think mass media plays a very, very big role.
That's right. And it's perfect right now. We've got our friends from the media who are also present here today to at least highlight the key messages when they communicate to our friends in the public. And to all our friends from the media, don't worry. We won't have a question and answer here during this panel discussion, but later on we will have an intimate lunch where we can talk more with our panelists here about highlighting the importance of self-regulation here in the country. Now, going back to you, you've had a very storied history.